Hi, welcome to this episode. I want to talk about the power of focus. One of my favorite business books that has shaped my way of thinking over the years is a book by Al Ries called Focus. In it, he explains that the most successful businesses all share one important thing in common. Instead of trying to be everything to everyone, they stay deeply focused on one main idea. They work to own a small piece of people's minds, so much that when you hear a certain word, their brand immediately comes to mind. For example, if I say ketchup, most people instantly think of Heinz. If I mention a top quality watch, you probably think of Rolex. And if I say the best sports car, you might think Ferrari. All of these companies share one common strength. They focus on one thing so clearly that their brand becomes linked to that idea in your mind. The Chinese philosopher Confucius once said, "The person who chases two rabbits catches neither." That single line holds powerful truth when it comes to leadership, branding, and building a great organization. If you try to please everyone, your message gets lost. If your brand tries to stand for everything, it ends up standing for nothing. You simply can't win in your market space if your direction isn't clear. I see many companies making this mistake today. Mercedes-Benz comes to mind. For years, Mercedes built a reputation as a luxurious, high-prestige automobile brand. They spent billions of dollars creating that image. But now, in trying to reach all kinds of customers, they've started producing not only high-end cars, but also lower-end models. In doing that, they've weakened the very image they worked so hard to create. In my opinion, they've begun to lose their focus and dilute their brand identity. When a company becomes successful with one product and then starts expanding into several others, it often loses clarity. Maybe you do great in one area, and then you decide to move into another just because it looks like a good opportunity. But what usually happens is that your main product or service begins to suffer. You can't be outstanding in everything. That's why the smartest move is to choose one product, one position, or one main idea to focus on, and then have the discipline to do it exceptionally well. This principle doesn't just apply to business, it applies to personal life too. I've realized more and more that it's best to build your personal life around just a few key areas, say 5 at most, and dedicate yourself to them fully. The same goes for your business or your team. Identify 5 main priorities or opportunities, and then say no to everything else. That's the real secret to mastery. If you study the lives of the true masters, people who achieved greatness in any field, you'll notice one thing: they all focused deeply on one area. They didn't try to be amazing at everything. They picked one thing, committed to it, and became world-class at it. Just this morning, I had my Monday meeting with my team, and we reviewed what I call our 8 priorities for the year. These are the 8 main areas we're giving all our energy, resources, and attention to. Anything outside those 8 points simply doesn't make the list. When new opportunities come in, we look at them carefully and usually say no unless they directly support what's already on our plan. Even speaking invitations, we only accept them if they align with our current tour schedule or our goals for this year. Otherwise, we politely decline. This helps us stay on track and keep our energy focused where it truly matters. It reminds me of another key lesson. Most businesses don't fail because they lack opportunities. They fail because they have too many good ones. They try to go in every direction at once, chasing every idea that seems promising. Before long, they're busy all the time, but not truly productive. They're working hard, but not moving forward in a meaningful way. It's what I call being busy. That's why it's so important to focus your time, your attention, and your energy on the few things that will make the biggest difference. When you do that, You stop scattering your power and you start gaining real momentum. So remember this simple truth: focus, focus, focus. The ability to concentrate deeply on one goal, one product, or one vision is what separates the good from the great. It's what helps you build a strong brand, a successful business, and a world-class life. When you focus on what truly matters and say no to what doesn't, you free up your best energy for your highest priorities. That's how you grow, that's how you win, and that's how you create something remarkable.